that it was complete. It was a forum for professionals, but later on, after so many years, Abhishek cleared the misconception and invited me here that experience it. So thank you very much, all of you. And I'm really very much excited for this upcoming 2 years, 2 hours of session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Potential Toastmasters Shatabdi. We are also very happy to have you in our meeting and hope you enjoy it thoroughly. So now moving on, I suppose all the guests are Dr. Pradita Gupta. Potential Toastmaster Dr. Pradita Gupta, can you please give us a small introduction?
Hi. Can you please excuse me? I'm having very bad throat right now, so it's difficult for me to speak. Actually, this is my second meeting. Last Sunday, I have attended the meeting. So I'm working as an independent researcher right now. Earlier, I was into government job. So some of my friends and one of my cousin have already attended Toastmasters in Bangalore. So she suggested me I should give it a try. So I'm here to brush up my skills over here. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Pradita, and we hope you get well soon. And now we have another one who joined, Potential Toastmaster Himanshu Chaturvedi. Can you please give us a small introduction?
Hi, morning, Shweta. This is my second meeting with all of you. Okay, I'm Himanshu, working in a mutual fund company since for having experience of 9 years. And with all my experience, I learned that without inculcating the skills of public speaking, you will not be able to convey your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas, and most of all, your experiences. So I'm here to work on my communication skills and public speaking skills. Thank you so much.
Perfect. We welcome you, Potential Toastmaster Himanshu, and we wish you all the best. You are at the right place. Now we have Potential Toastmaster Suleiman Alam. Can you please give us a small introduction?
Good morning, everyone. I'm electrical engineer. Actually, I was part of this Toastmaster group 2 years before. I joined Toastmasters in 2020 only, but unfortunately, COVID came after I joined. So basically, I had given few speeches in Toastmasters, but yeah, most of my speeches were in the online meeting only. I was expecting an offline meeting, but right now also, COVID is continuing only after 2 years also. So I'm expecting an offline meeting. Will it be possible in the near future?
Yes, it could be. Actually, we were having until December partial online and partial offline meetings, 2 times online, 2 times offline. But due to this COVID and the weekend lockdowns, we have turned to online meetings. But soon, when the things will become better, we will definitely go offline. And we would also love to have actually physical meetings.
Yeah, I see the old faces here like Sanjeev sir and Bhavya sir. Yeah.
Sanjeev sir, where are you? Okay, he's there.
I'm here only.
Okay, perfect. So we would love to have you back, Potential Toastmaster, or I should say Toastmaster Suleiman. We would love to hear speeches from you. And now is the time. I hope I have done all the guests. If somebody is missed, please kindly unmute yourself and introduce, but I suppose I've done all the guests. So I welcome you all to this wonderful meeting. Now I will have to introduce myself. That would be very funny, but let's do it in the fun way only, okay? I'm a crazy PhD who's always full of life and a young entrepreneur in nanotechnology. I believe in spreading love, smiles, and knowledge wherever I go, whatever I have learned until now. And I believe my learning will never stop until I die, which I don't know when that will be. So that's about me. So I am your Toastmaster of the day, Shweta. And I hope and I wish you all will enjoy what I'm going to share now. So I hope you have read about the theme of the day, from coal to diamond. Can somebody tell me, I already heard Toastmaster Lokesh. He gave a very beautiful meaning to it. But I would like to know from few guests, what do they think about it? If I have put this as theme, what do you think it could be having a underlying meaning behind this? Can somebody tell me from guest? I would say Toastmaster, potential Toastmaster Rajat Goyal. What do you think this theme is about?
I think this theme is about getting ये कह कि आपके अंदर का जो बेस्ट पार्ट है ना, जो अभी तक स्ट्रगल कर रहा है अलग अलग तरीके से, पब्लिक स्पीकिंग के डर से, सो मेनी फियर्स ऑफ कि किसी तरीके से बाहर निकलने का, उस जो फियर को कट करके तुम्हारा जो अंदर का पोटेंशियल है, अंदर का जो तुम्हारा फीलिंग्स है, वो अच्छे तरीके से बाहर आ सके, जो कि अभी पब्लिक स्पीकिंग और लोग जज करेंगे, किस तरीके से जज करेंगे, लोग रिएक्शंस देंगे, वो जो एक फियर है ना, वो आई थिंक रिमूव करना इस कोल्ड डायमंड.
Okay, perfect. Good to know this side of the story as well. I'm sure we are how many? 28 people in the room, and I'm sure 28 people will have 28 types of meanings associated with it. Because it's a philosophical statement, right? But it has a lot of meaning behind it. I will tell you about what I have thought of bringing this topic, why and what is the importance about it soon. But before that, I will like to know from Toastmaster Bhavya, what does he think that could be the underlying meaning behind this theme?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I think what I think is quite similar to what just now the potential Toastmaster just talked about it. When we talk about from coal to diamond, so maybe we all are unpolished in our life, and with the passage of time, with experience and with learnings, we all become diamond, and we all are actually diamond, but maybe somehow there's a lot of dirt and all that, and sometimes we feel that we are not diamond. So maybe today we are going to unravel that truth through Toastmaster Shweta Bansali. Thank you, Shweta.
Thank you, sir. Such a beautiful meaning you also gave. I am sure as a Toastmaster of the day, a person gets to learn a lot because they get to know the thoughts of the other people as well. So let me now tell you what I think about this statement. It is more or less related to what Toastmaster Bhavya sir said. Coal to diamond. How does coal become diamond? Do you know? It endures a lot of stress, pressure, and it becomes into something extraordinary which shines so beautifully that it becomes girl's best friend. That is diamond. And I would say that we as humans have also come with that diamond personality. But what we do, either we do take stress so much rather than solving it, we just get drowned in it. And we have to see how we can become from this ordinary human to extraordinary human, because we all have it. We all have it inside us. So what I am talking about is that we need to realize this inner potential from becoming this coal of an ordinary human to diamond of the extraordinary human. And I hope during the course of the meeting, you will all find that infinite potential inside yourself. And I would urge you all, please switch on your videos. It would be amazing and interactive session ahead. I promise you that. And I will also go into conversation with different Toastmasters and know and our beloved guest, and know their story behind what do they think of this theme. So now let me, just for the benefit of the guest, let me tell you the structure of the meeting. It's divided into 3 parts. First would be the prepared speeches, which will be given by our 2 amazing speakers. Then we will be having a table topic session, which is like an impromptu speaking session where our guests can also participate. We will make sure you all participate. And then we will be having a general evaluation section, which will be comprising of evaluation of the speeches and auxiliary role players evaluation, which is the tag team, timer, AHA counter, and grammarian, as well as the evaluation of the whole meeting in general, because there is always a scope of improvement. So let me first call upon on virtual stage the general evaluator of the day, who is none other than, coming after a little bit of a longer time, Toastmaster Anubhav. Before he comes on the stage, let me introduce him. He's pursuing CA and he loves music. He have a YouTube channel for playing synthesizer. Kindly follow him. And he looks to improve himself to become a great public speaker. Come on, Toastmaster Anubhav, the virtual stage is all yours.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for such a good introduction. So it's a really pleasure coming after a very long time and playing a role of a general evaluator. So as a general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the whole meeting from starting to end. And to assess this, I have a tag team of 3 members who are grammarian, AHA counter, and sorry, I have to forget timer. So they will be evaluating and recommending not only speakers in improving their overall communication skills, but also the entire Toastmasters community in order to foster and improve their interpersonal communication skills. So for that, let me first introduce Toastmaster Kuldeep, timer for today's meeting. He's working with an MNC, a certification body, as a technical reviewer. His interest is traveling. He has a passion of bike riding and is a fitness freak. He has completed his LLB and he is a lawyer too. So Toastmaster Kuldeep, could you tell your role as a timer?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Anubhav. I am the timer for today, and I am today noting down the speech timing, table topic timing, and let me brief about this. According to our Toastmaster, we will give the time to Toastmasters 1 to 2 minutes with the grace period of 30 seconds, and speakers 5 to 7 minutes with the grace period of 30 seconds, either 30 seconds less or 30 seconds more. And for evaluator, we will give the time 2 to 3 minutes with the grace period of 30 seconds. That's all from my side. I will submit my report end of this meeting. Thank you so much, and over to you, Anubhav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kuldeep. For that, you can use your time cards in a presentation form. So next, I'll introduce the AHA counter, Toastmaster Lokesh Parashar. He is a civil engineer, an education and diploma in export management. He is also an export-import consultant. So let me introduce Toastmaster Lokesh. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav. While a timer is very important for the whole meeting to go on time, as well as define what words, how much of the content has to be delivered in what time, and a grammarian, of course, to understand and impact the whole speech, the filler words, which we call as AHA counter role, they dilute the entire timer role as well as the grammarian role. The filler words of like well, so, now, like, or even repeats or but, however, these are the things which primarily actually comes in when you're not ready to tell what exactly you want to convey. And hence my request to all the speakers in future and today will be, rehearse your speech very well, understand what you want to deliver, and then your filler word will be really minimum. For the guest, I will say this is a practice. Please participate in the table topic master session, where you will also be evaluated by me on your filler words, and then at the end of the day, I'll give you the report. You can analyze how much improvement do you need from here onwards. Back to Toastmaster Anubhav. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lokesh. It was indeed a very detailed explanation of role as a counter, and I too note for this report and try to improve in my upcoming meetings. So next, I'll introduce Toastmaster Charu, the grammarian for our meeting. She's a marketing professional and the youngest of her 3 siblings. She loves cooking and has a great stress buster in it. So she also engrossed herself in book writing and traveling in metro buses. So let me introduce Toastmaster Charu, grammarian for the meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav, for a wonderful introduction. Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, as a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers and diligently listen to the bad and the good usage of the words, from outstanding words to improper sentences and good phrases and quotes, etc. It is also my responsibility to announce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is diligent, which means showing or having care or consciousness in one's work or duty. For example, Toastmaster of the day, Shweta, is very diligent in her work, or from yesterday, I'm diligently searching and I have found a parcel right now. For example, that from childhood, Ram is very diligent in his work, or he's a great reader. And I will encourage all speakers to use the word of the day in their time on the stage. And I will request all members to show thumbs up when anyone in the meeting uses the word of the day. In the end, I will be presenting my report. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Charu, for explaining the role as a grammarian. So I'll definitely try to perform my duties diligently. And I encourage everyone to please use the word of the day as much as possible, adding to it. So as a general evaluator, I'll present my evaluation at the end of the meeting. So for that, I'll hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, and I wish her all the best. And she definitely chose a very good topic, from coal to diamond. And I think we will try and find ourselves in such place. So thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav, for telling and explaining your role to everyone. And now, moving on, I would like to know from one of the guests again, before we start with the first session of the meeting, I would say potential Toastmaster Ashish Malik. What do you think about when you heard this theme, from coal to diamond?
Yeah, so when I heard coal to diamond, the first thing that definitely comes to my mind is the pressure, because we all have a talent within us, and the pressure forces us to bring that talent out. The situations that we face in life actually sharpen our skills, and we become the more valuable part of the society because of that pressure itself. So it is like turning our hidden talents into real talents.
Perfect. That's a very interesting take on that. And with this, Toastmaster Shivangi, you are like watching everyone with so much of interest. So I just wanted to know, what do you think? What is your way of explaining this?
So I totally agree with each one of you, the point you have brought in the statement from coal to diamond. So from a very childhood, it's been used by our parents, by our grandparents, giving us, it's been an inspirational statement, from coal to diamond. So if you, being a science student, I'll bring this point in. If you see the chemical structure of both, it's the same. Both are made from carbon. It's just that how coal performs under great pressure to become a diamond. So we as a human being, how we perform under pressure and brings the potential out to perform something, and how we polish ourselves, how we know the areas of improvement that we require, and how we polish those areas of improvement, taking those are positive points, performing those under pressure, we become a diamond. So I think it's a very inspirational statement, and how a human being transforms itself to become a better version of itself. That's my point on this thing.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for giving the science take on that as well. I wanted to say that, but you said it, so perfect. So see, even coal has carbon, but diamond also has carbon. But both has different structures. Both has different pressure. Obviously, coal has taken a lot of pressure. That's why it has become a diamond, but positively, right? So stress, just if you make it, what should I say? It's mirror word, it becomes sets. Okay, one S, take it out. Okay, so it becomes sets. So stress will set you higher, right? It will set you to become the best version of yourself daily if you take it positively and fight it out. I will give you a few of the ways during the course of the meeting how I fight my stress and ask you also to learn more about you all. And right now, let's start diligently with the meeting. And first session is the prepared speeches session. The first speaker of the day is the joke master of our club. That is Toastmaster Abhishek. I hope you didn't you like the name given to you, Abhishek.
Definitely.
Perfect. So before I call upon the speaker, let me call his evaluator, who is none other than Toastmaster Vishal, and let me introduce him to you all. He is a business, he has a business of designer metal sheets for the past 2 decades. He is founder of the brand Ferrohide, which deals in designing metal sheets for elevation, parquet, and interiors. And he also utilizes the sheets for making the products that are novel in nature. So that's all about him. He's a very inspiring individual, I would say. So let's welcome him and kindly tell us the purpose of Toastmaster Abhishek's speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta, for that wonderful introduction. So good morning, Toastmasters. My name is Vishal Agarwal, and today's first speaker, Mr. Abhishek. Today he will be deliver his level 1 speech 2, and the topic of his speech is the paradox. So it will be really very interesting topic. So the topic for today is the paradox. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal, for telling us the objective of the speech. Now to tell you a little bit about our joke master of our club. He is Toastmaster Abhishek, is an engineer working with Maruti Suzuki. He likes to read book and travel. And also he believes in that problems have been everyone's part of life. But what helps you face them is a smile. So I hope you all also believe in what he believes in and follow that. So over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek, the paradox, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for such a beautiful introduction. I would like to confirm 2 things. First, if I'm audible clearly. And the second thing is there's a request for the timer, as I would be sharing my screen in between. So I request you to please enter the details of the time in the chat box instead of sharing the timer first. So here I start. There is a part of Navy SEAL training program called as downproofing, where they tie your hands behind your back and your legs together and dump you into a 9-foot deep pool. Your job is to survive for a period of 5 minutes. Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. Many of the people who attempt downproofing actually fail. The moment they are dumped into the water, they panic and they scream to get lifted up. Over the years, a number of people have even died away. But some of the people make it through. And the reason is that they understand 2 important lessons. The first lesson of downproofing is actually paradoxical. The more you struggle to keep your head above the surface of water, the more likely you are to sink. With your hands and your legs tied together, it's impossible to remain at the surface of water for a period of 5 minutes. The trick is to actually let yourself sink, go down to the bottom, from there, slightly push yourself up, gain the momentum, come onto the top surface, grab a quick breath, and repeat the whole process again. The second lesson of downproofing is a bit obvious. The more you panic, the more oxygen you will burn. That is, the more intense your desire to breathe, the less likely are the chances that you will actually breathe. The more intense your desire to live, the more are the chances that you will die. Downproofing is actually not a game of willpower. It is a game of emotional self-control, and not just downproofing, even our lives as well. The most beautiful thing one can adopt is to let go of control when one wants it the most, and not just in Navy SEAL training programs, but in our lives as well. Most people think that the relationship between effort and reward is one-to-one in most of the activities, as you can see on the screen. For example, yelling your point twice as high will actually make you prove twice as right. Loving and caring for a relationship twice as much will actually make them feel twice as loved. Working for twice the time will actually produce twice the output. But that's not the case. Most of the things that actually belong to this curve are actually timeless and rote activities, like driving a car, cleaning your room. And most of the activities in our day-to-day life are emotionally taxing, and hence they belong to the second curve, which is called diminishing returns curve. The classic example is money. The difference between earning 20,000 and 40,000 a month is huge. But the difference between earning 1,20,000 and 1,40,000 means that your car has a slightly better seat covers. And the difference between earning 1,20,000 and 1,40,000 means that you end up paying slightly more tax than the other person. Studies, work, money, all these things, and even friendship actually belong to this curve. Having one friend is vital, having two is better than one, but having 20 instead of 19 means just remembering their names. And then there is third curve, which is called the inverse curve, and downproofing actually belongs to this curve. The more effort you put into something, the more likely are the chances that you will fail. Not just downproofing, many important aspects of our life actually belong to this curve. Pursuing happiness actually takes you away from it. The desire to get more freedom actually makes you feel trapped. The need of being loved and accepted actually drifts you away from loving and accepting yourself. When it comes to daily life goal like these, our mind becomes like that of a dog who, after successfully chasing each and everything in his life, thinks that he can adopt the same strategy to his tail. Dog is logically correct, but he is never able to chase his tail. The more he tries to chase the tail, the farther he gets away. The only way to reach at the surface is by letting go, is by giving up. Not out of weakness, but out of respect that this world is beyond our control. The only way to pursue happiness is by letting go. Not because you are powerless, but because we all are powerful. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Let's unmute ourselves and just give a round of applause to an amazing speech given by Toastmaster Abhishek. Thank you. And now moving on, you can relax now, maybe crack a joke. Toastmaster Abhishek, you should crack a joke before ending your speech, no? I think he's stuck or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
his video is stuck.
Yeah. Okay, no issues. So let's move on. Okay, he's back. Are you about to crack a joke? Then I'm waiting. No.
Yeah, actually, there is some problem with the internet.
Yeah, seems like that. Okay. No issues, Toastmaster Abhishek's other time. We have a little bit more time for the meeting now. So let's move on to the second speaker, that is Toastmaster Sahib Preet's speech. But before he gives his speech, let me call upon his evaluator, Toastmaster Sanjeev, to give a brief introduction about him. He is a telecom industry veteran, having worked in global organizations like Bharti and Ericsson. He's currently a budding investor with an interest in stock markets and startups. He leverages his corporate experience to guide youth to develop their professional skills. Is passionate about traveling, exploring nature and cuisines around the world. And personally, I get to learn a lot from him. I'm sure you all will as well. So the virtual stage is all yours to tell about the purpose of Toastmaster Sahib Preet's speech.
I think you have missed that. We have to give 1 minute for the Abhishek to feedback 1 minute.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Okay, we have a minute. Thank you for telling me that, Toastmaster Vishal. We have a minute of feedback for Toastmaster Abhishek. Kindly do that. And timer, let me know when the minute is over. Thank you. I hope you're getting the feedbacks, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Yes, Toastmaster Shweta.
One minute is over.
Perfect. You can keep applauding the speaker with your messages. And now I will again introduce Toastmaster Sanjeev. Maybe that's how it should be.
No, I think Shweta, that's okay.
Okay, sir.
So as for the speech given by Abhishek, doing the same thing again will not, what shall I say, will not add
and
value.
Shweta.
Sir, you're on mute.
Yeah, sometimes you talk so much good about the person that the speaker may be feeling that what he will do now.
No, and Bhave, at the same time, we just heard the speech of Abhishek. So effort and its gains are again not linear. So giving my introduction again will not help me.
Yeah.
But the virtual stage is all yours. I think you have already been introduced to the guest and the Toastmasters. So kindly tell us the purpose of Toastmaster Sahib Preet's.
Okay, but once again, anyway, thank you for that great introduction. And introducing the Toastmaster Sahib Preet's speech. Sahib Preet is giving project 2 from his level 1. And the objective of his speech is speaking on any topic and receiving the feedback and applying that feedback to his next speech. So in fact, I'll request every member to give as much feedback to him. Of course, I as an evaluator will give him my specialized feedback, and request Sahib Preet to collect all the feedback and use it for his subsequent speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjeev. And now moving to the speaker, who is Toastmaster Sahib Preet. Let me give a small introduction about him. He is a salesperson by profession and a theater enthusiast. He is a movie buff and blogger from heart. And he's the most calm Toastmaster I have seen in our club, I would say. So Toastmaster Saipreet, a world of extroverts, Toastmaster Saipreet. Virtual stage is all yours.
Sometime back, in order to take a break from my daily work routine, I decided that I should go for a mini vacation on a weekend. The idea of it initially appeared to be really exciting, but I was not aware that there will be lots of challenges and hurdles that will be coming along the way. The problem was not to identify where should I go to, but rather with whom should I plan this trip along with. Mind it, I'm talking about the time before I get married. Honestly speaking, asking a friend to change 2 metro stations and meet at CP is a task in itself. Leave aside asking him to come along for a weekend trip. So I thought I won't bother anyone and rather plan this trip all alone. I contacted a Delhi-based travel company and I booked a trip to Nainital. Talking about the specialty of this company, all the travelers who are going for a journey, they are basically strangers to each other. I thought that this is a good opportunity for me to meet and interact with new people. I was really excited. My excitement levels were rocketing sky high, and the butterflies in my stomach were reproducing every single day. On the day of the trip, I boarded the bus and took one of the window seats. The other travelers in the bus, they started interacting with each other, and I was merely giving a smile, listening to their conversations. The next day, when the bus reached the hotel and I entered my hotel room, there were already 2 travelers who were already present there. One of them asked me, "You were quiet during the entire journey. Are you otherwise also a quiet person?" To this question of his, I politely replied, "Actually, I'm an introvert." It was not that I used this statement for the first time against someone. In childhood, also in family gatherings, when somebody used to ask me which class I'm studying in, my mother used to provide backup to me, stating that he's shy in nature, he doesn't talk too much, he is an introvert. I believe I've copy-pasted this statement given by my mother across numerous occasions in my life. But that day, on that trip, some realization came to me that what is the need for me to give a justification for the personality that I have? Why do I need to belong to any of the category of introvert, extrovert, or a new term nowadays, ambivert? Even if I'm an introvert, what is the need for me to make a switch from being an introvert to become an extrovert? Going by the definition of dictionary, introverts are known to be shy people, whereas extroverts are known to be outgoing people. The basic difference between the 2 personalities is the behavior that they exhibit in a certain kind of environment, which involves a large group of people. Introverts are mostly concerned with their internal feelings. They are good observers, but does not feel the need to articulate everything to the rest of the world. Somewhere I believe that this definition has been getting misconstrued over a period of time. Introverts might not be the one who might initiate a conversation with someone, but that does not allow anyone to tag them as underconfident, poor communicators, or less talented. It is true that extroverts, because of the kind of personality they have, they are able to stand out from the crowd. But that does not mean that the personality of the other is inferior in any case. The debate here is not to decide which personality is better or which personality is stronger, but rather creating a belief system in the society that we live in, where we consider both the personalities to be individualistic and equally important. Many a times we see while growing up, our elders used to tell us that we need to be outspoken, we need to open up, which is true and right. But I was never able to understand one thing, that why should one leave an inherent part of their personality and adapt into something new just because it is more illuminated? why there is a societal pressure to make this transition from one personality to another. Human beings are those living forms who have been continuously evolving, and they will continue to do so. I've seen people around me who are working to acquire certain kind of skills so that they can work upon themselves that they do not possess at present, but they're still working. Like here in Toastmasters, many of you have come up here because they want to work upon a task or a skill that they want to possess. But that ask is always internal. And that is where the introverts are best at, with the internal feelings. So the basic idea is that, yes, it is true that we are living in a world of extroverts. But this idea of forced evolution will not help anyone in any case. So the next time if someone asks you on a trip or somewhere that why are you so quiet or why do you talk so less, rather than giving a justification about your personality, reply them with the question, have I asked you why do you talk too much? Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preet, for such an amazing take on extroverts and introverts. And now moving on, let's have a 1-minute feedback for Toastmaster Preet, and timer, kindly let me know when the minute is over. Thank you.
One minute is over.
Thank you, timer. And kindly keep applauding the speaker in the comment section. And now moving on, let me go to, I would say, Toastmaster Vikas. What is his take, if he's there, right? Toastmaster Vikas, yeah. What is his take when he heard from coal to diamond?
Yeah, thank you, Master Shweta. To diamond, coal to diamond is a process which every individual do. And in our life, we need to learn many skills. And at beginning, we skill and we are cool, but we need to work hard. We need to practice and to achieve to that level so that we can compete and say that yes, I know this thing. So what I can see that it's a transformation of individual. He gained skills and he diligently worked to achieve that the diamond of his life. Everybody have diamond. Everybody the diamond, only to work on the things. Toastmaster Shweta.
Perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas, for such an amazing take again. As I said, as many people, as many takes on this wonderful and inspiring statement would be. Not only the science and philosophy attached to it, how we actually tackle it also matters a lot. How we tackle stress. That is all related to the mental health, right? Once we understand that that's not something we have to focus on how to deal with it, how to tackle with it. There are so many ways we can actually, the hormones that act, when we are exercising, we are having a lot of endorphins released. When we are meditating, we are having this calm energy going down our system. Somehow, unknowingly, naturally, we are able to fight that stress out. When we are doing yoga, we are aligning our body and mind, our whole system, so that this stress doesn't take over. The cortisol are actually killed by, cortisol is the stress hormone, guys. So cortisol is actually killed by the endorphins released in your body. You're smiling actually, unknowingly. And that happens because you're able to understand that there is a solution to every problem. Okay, and solutions, you have to find them out rather than getting drowned into the stress, getting into the system which is not even important. What we do is we make 1% to 10% by overthinking on stress. Rather than that, what coal does, it endures and beautifully take the stress on it and turn that into a diamond. Like most of us are saying, it transforms, like what a caterpillar transforms into a beautiful butterfly. Everything has its own life. So 3 things I gave you while speaking. You can do yoga, you can do meditation, you can exercise, whatever form you want. You can write as well. Journaling always helps. That's one of the best stress buster, I would tell you actually. And once you start meditating, the creative energy starts increasing a lot. Actually, and that creativity, you can use it in your personal as well as professional life, and you will see the stress will not take over you. You will take over the stress and transform into what you are here for, actually learning to serve your purpose. So that's, with that, I would go ahead and ask one of the guests what they think of the theme. So no, actually we have Toastmaster Vaibhav in the room. Vaibhav, what do you think about the theme? He has been our member before for a longer time.
Hi, Toastmaster Shweta. As I can see, the theme is from coal to diamond. So, if I'm not wrong, it's more like from rags to riches. Firstly, you are an unskilled person, not good enough, and then you work hard enough to become the person you want to be, the 2.0 version of yourself. So yeah, in short, if I have to explain it, if I have to say it, probably hopefully I'm correct.
Definitely, Vaibhav. Actually, everyone will have their own meaning attached to it. And I love the meaning that you have given to become our version 2.0. What's without stress, what's without challenges? Even our, I would say, lifeline is up and down, up and down, up and down. If it would be straight, dead. So you have to do up and down, and learn from the down that you will go up again. Learn from a small ant. It goes, my God, how many times it falls down, but it reaches to the peak. So it endures beautifully the stress and sets itself higher for the peak. So let's all do that. And I hope you are about to find that infinite potential. It's happening. I'm sure the energy is coming in all of you. So with that, let's move to the second very fun session. And that is to be done by Toastmaster Abhishek. To give a small introduction about Toastmaster Abhishek, he's a banker in PSB, and he's very passionate about food books and YouTube. So I hope someday you will invite us and cook for us. So the virtual stage is all yours, Toastmaster Abhishek. Let the fun session begin.
Thank you, DM Shweta, for this wonderful introduction. And I want to thank, firstly, I want to thank this Toastmaster organization that it is giving me the opportunity to talk in front of all of you. And today I am going to conduct this very interesting session of Table Topic Master. Here, let me introduce you, all the guests and all the members, about how it is conducted and what is it. In this session, I will give you some topics, and on that you have to speak for minimum 1 minute and 2 minutes, minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes. And I can choose any one of you randomly, and you do not means there will not be any voluntary contribution. I will choose you randomly, because that is how life also happen. Like in life, any circumstance can come to you at any time. So I do not want to give you any time for preparation, and I will just randomly pick you. And just let me tell you just a small time limit, that minimum you have to speak for 1 minute, and maximum you can speak for 2 minutes. And even after 2 minutes, if you like the topic so much that you are like, Pushpa, main to rukega nahi, so you have another 30 seconds for a grace period, and in that 30 seconds you can conclude your speech. Okay, so shall we begin?
TM Abhishek, if you want, we should take a 5-minute break. After that, we can start.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Then we will continue as much as fast, because it's almost 11:37 and we will meet 11:42. Okay.
Okay, let's take a break for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's have a break. So in that time, somebody can maybe a joke master. Can we have a joke now?
So since your topic is just a second. I'm audible. Since your topic is what did coal say to diamond, like a typical conversation between coal and diamond. So what did coal say to diamond? That I have been a lot of pressure and lately. So this was something I thought about.
Okay. So let me ask some guest. Any guest who can, like, who wants to recite something or who wants to sing something, you're more than welcome to do so. Let's make the break interactive. Actually, our singer of the club is not here today. Seems like Toastmaster Divyendu. Maybe Toastmaster Vishal, another poem.
Okay, give me 30 seconds.
Okay, perfect.
Where is Toastmaster Gurushan?
Guruvansh, you mean?
Guruvansh, please.
Guruvansh is here, but actually he's having a lot of Zoom issues today. Guruvansh, you can speak. I mean, is it okay now? No, he cannot. Okay.
So we are missing the Punjabi pop vibes.
Yeah.
In our meeting.
Correct. Oh, Anubhav, you are here after such a long time. Maybe after Vishal sir, you can play something, no? Or is it going to take some time to actually set up?
So I'll turn on my channel only, and then I'll play that on the.
Perfect, perfect. So after Vishal sir, do that.
I guess Toastmaster Vishal has written a lot of things. He is flipping the pages of his book.
Okay, so this is a poem I have written when I've completed my one of the program in Landmark. Landmark is one of the organization where we develop as a human being. So technical words भी हैं जो कि I think Landmark से related हैं, but फिर भी समझ में आए. बड़ा ही गजब खेल रखा है, जिंदगी को पावरफुल तरीके का सबक सिखा रखा है. कुछ चिड़चिड़ा, कुछ घबराना और कुछ मदमस्त समय। अपने अंदर इतने सारे शैतान बिठाए बैठा था। जब फोन पर मैं जाता था, फिसड्डी सा होके आता था। फिर काजल मुझे बुलाती थी और एम्पावर करती थी। उसका इतना खड़े होना यह बहन के प्यार से कम ना था। वह भी कभी हमारी जगह खड़ी रही होगी। इतने सारे वादे कर पल पल उससे झुटला जाना। कभी कभी ढोंग रच कर अपनी बातें मनवा जाना। इतना करके भी हर कोच तुम्हें अपनाता है। इतनी शिद्दत सा खड़ा होके नथिंगनेस से बतलाता है। इतना अनकंडीशनल प्यार तो माँ ही बच्चे को करती है। मुझे पहली बार नजर आया माँ का प्रतिबिंब तुम्हारे में। किसको अपनी बातें बोलूं, यह राज है, राज ही रहने दो। मुख से अगर निकल गया मैं नंगा सा रह जाऊंगा। ऐसा अनुमान लगाता था और अंदर से पछताता था। इससे ज्यादा मैं क्या बोलूं, मैं अपनों से ही घबराता था। कुछ अटकलें, कुछ मस्तियां और कुछ अपनासापन। जो कुछ तुम्हें मिल जाएगा वह दिल को यूं छू जाएगा। तुम सोचते रह जाओगे क्या छूट गया, क्या पा लिया। वह भी एक दौर था, यह भी एक दौर है। इतना बड़ा मैं हो गया पर फिर भी हूँ बच्चा सा मैं। इतना सा पाल के बनता था कितना सच्चा मैं। फिर आईना में देखकर अपना प्रतिबिंब निहारता था। अपने से वार्ता करता था, उस पल को अपने में भरता था। अपने से रूबरू होना यह कौन तुम्हें सिखलाएगा। इस जिंदगी को जीने का यह खेल समझ कब आएगा। कुछ कर चले, कुछ बढ़ चले और कुछ छूट गए, कुछ संग चले। अजनबी गुमनाम सा दर बदर मैं फिरता था। फिर एक अफसर मुझे मिला और आप सबका संग मिला। इतना सा सब कुछ मिल जाएगा मैंने कभी सोचा ना था। इतने गहरे एहसास में 9 महीने पल में गुजर गए। तुमने जो मुझको प्यार दिया उसका मोल निराला है। अपने को न्योछावर करके भी मोल चुका ना पाऊंगा। जाते जाते यह कहता हूँ तुम सा ना है और ना होगा। तुम पूर्ण हो, संपूर्ण हो और तुम परिपूर्ण हो। इस वक्त को संजो के मैं अपने भीतर ही रखूंगा। इस वक्त को संजो के मैं अपने भीतर ही रखूंगा। थैंक यू।
Wow, awesome, Toastmaster Vishal.
It was really great, Vishal.
थैंक यू, थैंक यू। तो ये मेरा 9 महीने का प्रोग्राम था, तो उसके अंदर ये जब हमने 9 महीने का प्रोग्राम खत्म किया था, तो कोचेस के लिए और जितना भी टेन्योर में जो कुछ हमने किया ये उसके ऊपर मैंने किया।
So I suppose the break is over, right, timer?
Yes, break is over plus 2 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So let's wait for Anubhav's synthesizer towards the end of the meeting. Anubhav, we are not letting you go without hearing that piece. So now moving on, back to you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for the table topic session, please. Kindly take over the virtual stage. Let the fun session begin.
Yes, also request, please try to complete within the time limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Shweta. Now let's start this fun session as we are running out of time. So let's start it very early. So I am going to choose my first speaker. Firstly, I will call a veteran Toastmaster and a very stylish Toastmaster. You can guess. I think if he is want to speak, it is TM Bhabya. Hello, TM Bhabya. TM Bhabya is not there. Okay. I think TM Babya is not listening to my voice. So let's choose someone else. I will choose TM Guruvanshpreet. Guruvanshpreet, can you hear me?
I think yes, but I won't be able to turn on my video because there is some glitch going on. I just tried to fix it. I don't know how it goes.
But you can speak.
Yeah, I'll try my level best.
So, Gurvanshpreet, I'm giving you the topic. Your topic is power of simplicity. Power of simplicity. Over to you.
Okay, so simplicity, right? We heard it right. But when we look at the songs, when we look at the people lifestyle, I have seen people who are not very, well off, but they're trying to show off their level best. At the very same time, there are people whose appearance is very minimalistic, but their thinking is great and out of the boxes. So it's well said that if you are earning good, then instead of increasing your standard of living, try and increase your standard of giving. And simplicity or minimalistic, like there are certain millionaires. There's also a documentary on minimalism on Netflix. You all can go ahead and watch. At there as well, there was a millionaire who tried his level best to fulfill the void in his life with money. But instead, how he actually fulfilled, he met with his friend and he came to know about the minimalistic lifestyle. When we are minimalistic, we are not trying to show off, or when we are simple, we are not trying to show off others. Indeed, we are happy or we are fulfilled from inside. This is what I have learned. However, there are some flashy songs with cars, with guns, with everything, like just flaunting their clothes and all that stuff. Are they actually very fulfilled from within, or how they try to tell the youngsters that okay, this is how you spend the money? In fact, this is not a pathway to go into the financial freedom. It is a pathway to go into debt crisis when we are trying to show off others. In my opinion, being simple, spending less is the very key to happiness and for the success as well. And if we even try to look at the billionaires, look at Mark Zuckerberg, look at Warren Buffett. He is like an idol for all of us. He's a very simple lifestyle. He is 90 years old and he is still living in that same house and he is driving the same 30 years old car. Cannot he buy certain lavish stuff? But instead he is trying to lead a simple lifestyle, so that because he is happy from within, because he is fulfilled from within. Thank you so much. I hope 1 minute is over.
Timer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good, Gurvanshpreet. You spoke so well that it felt like it was a prepared speech. So very good. And
thank you so much.
I am going to choose my next speaker. And is Benjamin is there? Benjamin, TM Benjamin.
Yeah.
Okay, so Benjamin, the next topic is for you. Social media, good or bad? Over to you.
Okay. So in the 21st century, we as humans have a privilege, or rather an advantage, of social media compared to the people that used to live centuries ago. So instead of just saying that social media is bad, or quite negative for our society, we should try to understand the applications of it more properly. So social media can be a boon or a bane, but it's up to the individual to understand how to use it and how to apply it in their own daily uses. So in terms of career, people can perhaps explore various avenues that they have. They can explore different um, professions and professionals in those professions, so as to improve themselves in that area. And in terms of interpersonal relationships and stuff, people can meet people of like-minded, a, a, a more a more uh, I guess basically to I'm sorry, I'm sort of
caught up right now. But basically to understand how we as a society can improve in general. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, very well spoken, Benjamin, TM Benjamin. And I am going to choose my next speaker, Santosh. Guest Santosh is there. Are you there, Santosh?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
okay.
please.
So I am giving you the topic. What will you do if you are the PM for one day? Prime Minister for one day.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I remember when our MLA was doing nothing. He was just giving some statements, and he was not doing anything, not at all doing anything. Then after that, as a growing up kid, I thought I had some crazy ideas to serve the people and everything. So after that, I'm just planning how can we improve our climate change? How can we mitigate our climate change? And how can we improve our forest cover? So after that, I can remember as a Prime Minister of India. Then I started. I had some few plans. Those are like, if I am a PM, I will I will focus on holistic development. Not only economic development, it also includes sustainable development with considering climate change and also economy is important for us. The economy of country is much more important for us, and the employment and everything. So I must include the holistic development, not only focusing on economy. It also considers climate change, mitigating climate change, and making our world better for living. That's all. Over to you.
Very well spoken, Santosh. And next, I want to call. Let me see whom to call. Let include. Yeah, we have Bhavya there, TM Bhavya. Initially, I was calling him so that if we speak, then other guests will get to know that what it is about. So
yeah, he was not there at that time. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, okay. So let's choose TM Bhavya. Okay. So your topic is, it is your mistake. Means taking responsibility. It is your mistake. Over to you.
Well, if I talk from the spiritual perspective, generally we always feel that I am always right and the other person is wrong. And generally we have a perception that the problem is created by the other person and I am always doing something right. But as I said before, if you see it from the spiritual perspective, the main focus is that you need to work on yourself, you need to improve on yourself. And when you work on yourself, automatically everything becomes good. So I think looking into the theme or the topic that you have given, it is very important for every one of us to understand and see the things from the other person's perspective, because in majority of the time we see from our perspective. I can give an example to that. Say, for example, you are driving your car, you'll find everyone on the road as a problem or as a hurdle for you. But when you're walking on a road, at that time you find everyone who's in the car or a two-wheeler as a hurdle or a problem, and as they are not understanding it. But if you see from the perspective of both the side, everyone is doing right from their own perspective. I think something similar is true in our life also, wherein we need to see the things from the other person's perspective. And when we see it from their perspective, we'll realize that they are also right and I'm also right. And when we start thinking it from that perspective, the life becomes easy, things become easy, our relationship becomes better. And whatever we do in our life, we do it with a lot of fun, excitement, and energy, the way you could see with many Toastmasters, just like our acting president, Shweta Bhansali. Thank you.
Okay, greatly explained by TM Abhay. I knew that this topic would be very well spoken by him. That's why I have saved this topic for him. And now let's move further. I am going to take one more guest, as it's a very fun session, and I want to include as many guests as I can, but there is some time limit. So let's choose guest Shatabdi. Are you there, Shatabdi?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, so I'm giving you the topic. Your topic is, tell us about your favorite travel destination. Over to you.
My God. So favorite travel destination. So as every one of us know that traveling should be part of our life, because traveling not only just helps us exploring new places, rather it helps us exploring new culture, interact with so many people. It opens up our mind. And so my favorite place of destination has always been Sikkim. Yes, Sikkim is a very small state, and it is full of mountains, and you can explore each and every village of Sikkim. It is such a beautiful place. The people are so great, and even if you go frequently there, travel frequently there, you will find something new every time. And the natural beauty is superb. You will get the homely environment there. You will not get lavish restaurants or the lodges every places. If you explore in the core villages of Sikkim, you will get homestay. So you will get to interact with the local people. They will embrace you, they will welcome you, and they will feed you their own food, own cooked food, and you can walk there. It's full, the security is so much. Security means, I have heard that in Sikkim there is no stealing there. You can just keep your doors open or without any lock, and nobody is going to steal anything for you. That is why my favorite place of traveling has always been Sikkim, and I would love to go again and again and venture different parts of Sikkim. And it is one resolution of my life that I will explore every bit of Sikkim. So thank you very much, Abhishek, for giving me this topic to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I also hope that I someday travel to Sikkim and explore those places. And now move further. I am going to take the name TM Shivangi. Is TM Shivangi there?
Yeah, I'm there, Abhishek.
Yes. So your topic is, what do you love about yourself the most? Over to
What
you.
do I love? Okay, what do I love about myself the most? Okay, first of all, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak on the topic. So sharing few points that I haven't shared yet with the team over here, with the family, Toastmasters family. So I'm a very diligent person. I get to retrospect on my weaknesses, what my weaknesses are, and I try to polish my weaknesses, considering those as my area of improvements. Before this, I'll just give you an example. Before this year started, I spent some time, like couple of hours on myself, retrospecting what are the things that I need to polish myself on. And so I came up with few points that in this year, I want to be a good public speaker, a confident public speaker, polish my public speaking skills that aligns with my professional interest as well. Second point that I retrospected was that I want to be a good driver. So I started as this year started, I joined the driving school as well. And there are a couple of more points that I retrospected that I need to polish myself on. So this is one thing that I really like about myself, that I know where I need to focus and where I need to work myself to achieve my goals, to become a better person, and to be happy in life that way. Thank you, Abhishek.
Okay, thank you. very well spoken, Shivangi, TM Shivangi, and we wish you fall in love with yourself more and more. And I would like to ask our timer that is there more time for us, as we have 6 TM already.
Yeah, we can do one more.
Okay.
We will start our evaluation part.
So some people are raising their hands, and there are 29 people today, so I am confused whom to choose. Okay. Let's choose TM Lokesh. TM Lokesh, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Thank you.
So TM Lokesh, let me give you a topic. So your topic is, what will you never do? Over to you.
What will I never do?
Yes.
When I have this thought in my mind, what will I never do? I always remember the things which were told not to be done in the childhood. Some of them were important, yes. Some of them were actually a myth. Once you grow older and you become wise and you look back, and at that time, especially when you're a family person, you have your own kids, and you want to give those same instructions to your young kids, that is a time when this question is actually very important. So what are the things which I should not do? One biggest thing which I have not done in my upbringing of kids is the violence part. Neither we do that, neither we encourage others to do that, whether they're in their school, whether they are in their coaching or with their friends. That has been something very, very important in our family, that let us resolve issues by talking. You can get aggravated, but there must be no violence in your words or with your action. Thank you so much. Back to Toastmaster Abhishek.
Okay, thank you. With this last session, we also get to learn the lesson of non-violence from TM Lokesh sir. And I don't want to end this, but because of the time limit, we have to end. I wanted to include more guests here, but now we have to end this fun session. And I will over to you, TM Shweta.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for such an amazing session. And I loved it thoroughly. What an amazing topics with twists and turns. So nice. We get to actually practice our impromptu speaking skills with such topics. And now moving on, before I move on to the general evaluation, I would like to know from one more guest, what is their take on this coal to diamond? I would like to ask guest Bhavna. Are you there? Potential Toastmaster Bhavna?
Yes, I'm here, but somehow I missed what you said.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking, what's your take on the theme of the day? That is from coal to diamond.
Coal to diamond means to me, again, what people already told, that it is about your transformation, and with your hard work and persistence. For me, what I have learned in my life, that hard work and above that persistence, which pays, and of course taking stress, but with in a balanced way. We need to goal to becoming diamond, but it should not be in a way that you turn up diamond, a variety of diamond which is not valued by many people. So my take is that becoming and aiming for diamond is necessary, but in a balanced way. and persistence and hard work matters for that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
A very, very nice take, potential Toastmaster Bhavna. I loved it. I have to say, I'm getting to learn a lot through this theme, actually. So moving on, Toastmaster Sanjeev, with your experience, what would you say? How to endure this stress from going from ordinary to an extraordinary moment?
Okay, I think a lot is already said scientifically and otherwise as well. But one more thing that I can think of is that not each piece of coal becomes diamond. So only that piece of coal becomes diamond which is able to withstand the stress, endure the heat and everything, all the conditions. So and again, we as the base material for both coal and diamond is same. So is the case with human beings. So each human being is born with the same, you can say, physical structure and the base material. Now it's our conditioning and how we endure the pressures in life, how we learn. That will decide whether we'll remain a coal or become a diamond at the end of our life or during our life journey. So it's all about enduring and learning from the life that decides what we become.
Awesome. Awesome, sir. With your experience, we get to learn a lot of more things, how we can, that not every coal is a diamond. The one which can endure that stress and fight it out becomes the diamond.
Yes.
So I would say that we have two more hands raised. I can see Toastmaster Vishal and potential Toastmaster Shatabdi, and also Toastmaster Abhishek. Very good. I'm really loving it. So, but I will get back to you after the GE session. I will ask your take as well before we finish. So let me hand over the stage to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Anubhav.
Thank you, team out of the day. It was indeed a very special session and you very well framed it. So I think we can move ahead with the voting first. So are we done with the...
Actually, there is, because of this glitch in the Zoom, we have prepared the Google Sheet. So all the voting will be going together. So let's finish your session and then maybe we can do it. And I can ask 3 people about their take on the topic.
Sure.
Yeah, it would be great about it.
Sure. So, okay. So I think it was a very interactive and a very learning session. And for this, we had our auxiliary role players to evaluate each and everyone at a different point of time. So let's go ahead with the auxiliary role players. So first we have the Kuldeep, Toastmaster Kuldeep timer, who will share the timer report. So over to you, Toastmaster Kuldeep.
Sorry, Anubhav, I think, yeah, we need to start with the speech evaluations first.
Actually, I think evaluation part is missing now. So after that, I will submit the report.
Yeah. First we do with the speech evaluation.
First speech,
then we go with the auxiliary.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move ahead with the speech evaluation section. So can we have the first evaluator for the speech?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Anubhav. So, okay. So the evaluation is for Mr. Abhishek. The topic was the paradox. Abhishek started with the example Navy SEAL. You started with a great example how their hands tied up and that Navy SEAL was thrown into the water and they have to survive for long 9 minutes. First of all, I would really like to say sorry because some construction is going on the background on the next door. So please excuse me for that. So the clarity of your speech was up to the mark. The spoken language was pretty clear and easily understandable. The way you speak with the second of pauses in every line, it landed so perfectly to the audience. Kudos to that. But I saw that your expressions are missing somewhere. Like when you said like your some Navy SEALs and they tied up their hands and thrown into the water. Maybe
the expressions of your voice, maybe the tone of your voice, maybe somewhere maybe the high note or the low note. But at that moment, I saw that the tone was at a similar pace. So you have to work according to that. His eye contact with the audience conveyed his message very aptly and clearly, what he was up to. But when you shared your screen, that moment I lost the connection, because the whole attention was diverted towards the screen. So you have to take a thought of that. Your hand gestures was performing well as per the agenda whenever it was required. And but the thing is that when we deliver our online speeches, we have to take care of that as like we are online, we are not offline. So maybe we can stand, and after that we can cover 2 or 3 feet of area, so that overall all the audience can see us perfectly. Your starting quote, when you started with the Navy SEAL quote, attracted the audience awareness, and that was throughout. But when you showed the slides, somewhere it got missed. So you have to manage both the things simultaneously without diverting the attention. After that, the comfort level with the audience is at ease, and in between that was there was a little pause, and that is really very enhancing touch to your speech, because it helps the audience to imbibe that within. So what you said is great. Hats off to you for this. Your audience was well engaged with the entire speech, and your content was also very well constructed. But here's a suggestion also. When you speak, for at least you have to speak for 5 to 7 minutes. So you have to take care of the timings also. Maybe you can work on the timings earlier, so that at least you can you utilize this time opportunity fully. Overall, I will say so diligent and so power-packed speech delivered by Abhishek, with lots of learning, how we have to tackle the situation without getting scared. And when we tackle with the confidence, like you took the example of Navy SEAL, throughout this 9 minutes of breathing water training. So every speech has lots of learning, and you focused one thing in your speech, and it delivered it very aptly. And in the last, I would say, going small is a simple approach to extraordinary results, and it really works. Thank you, and over to you, Abhinav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishal. I think Abhishek would agree upon you and will definitely improve upon his next upcoming speaking. So now let me call Toastmaster Sanjeev, the second evaluator for the Toastmaster Sahib Preet speech. So over to you, sir, Toastmaster Sanjeev.
Thank you, Anubhav. I think a great concept that Toastmaster Sahib Preet brought about today, about evaluating personalities, whether we should some particular personality type should be good or bad, or whether we should try to save or try to defend our personality type. And most I liked is the way he communicated this idea through his story or through his experience when he was doing a solo trip to Nainital. In a way, I think taking a decision to do a solo trip was nowhere you can call an introvert. To me, it was an extrovert decision. Not everyone has the courage to do that kind of trips, like going solo on a trip. But nonetheless, I think he viewed a beautiful story to bring out this concept about personality types. He used the concept or the conversation or various experiences during his trip, like discussion with co-passengers, like how somebody asked him why he was so keeping so mum, and then the various concepts he also brought out during this personality type, like for example how the conditioning as a kid defines your personality overall during your life journey. Like if somebody, your parents are constantly saying, okay, you are like this, then you start believing you are like this. Then also the concept he brought about self-improvement, like whatever kind of personality you are, you need to constantly improve yourself, and then relating that to the Toastmaster journey, like all of us are here to learn something. So these concepts he had very beautifully woven in his story and brought out during his speech. Also, I found the use of some beautiful phrases and words during his speech, like butterflies reproducing. So it's a new phrase I learned today. Forced evaluations. So use of some great phrases was another feather in his cap. However, I feel that somewhere during his storytelling or during the speech, he became too much defensive about arguments about being an introvert. Like I felt it was slightly going towards the defensive side. And the concept was that there are different personality types, and everyone has to be okay with it. So it was not required to defend a particular personality type, and then you could have added a slight humor as well into your speech to make it a little bit lighter. But overall, I'll say it was a great speech where the different concepts were brought out very well, and the summarization at the end, giving a tip for all of us on how to question anyone back who sort of brands with a particular personality type. That tip, I'll say, was a great way to end your speech. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Toastmaster Anubhav.
Sorry, my apologies.
So thank you, Toastmaster Sanjeev. It was very well said, and you, I think, included all the points which could have been inculcated. And I really liked your evaluation part on the nuances you have brought in. So kudos to you on this thing. So next, let me call upon my tag team, followed by Toastmaster Kuldeep, the timer for the day, who will be sharing his timer report. Over to you, Toastmaster Kuldeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav. And timing report is almost there. Like today, no one is disqualified. All are giving very nicely and timely. Let me start with speeches. Then TM Abhishek. He completed his speech 6.16, 6 minutes and 16 seconds. And TM Sahib Preet, he completed 6 minutes and 2 seconds. And now come to evolution part. TM Vishal completed 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And TM Sanjeev completed his evolution 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And all the table topic speakers given nicely his speeches. Only Guruans take 2 minutes. And all Benjamin takes 1 minute 40 seconds. Santosh takes 1 minute 46. TM Bhavya 1.50, 1 minute 50 seconds. Shatabdi 1.59, 1 minute 59 seconds. Shivangi takes 1 minute 25 seconds. And Lokesh 1 minute 20 seconds. And that's all from my side. All the times I will share in the Toastmaster West Delhi group so that you can check. Thank you, Anubhav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kuldeep, for your time report. You covered each and every timing aspect. So, yeah, you can share the timing report log in the.
Sure.
So next, let me call upon Toastmaster Lokesh, the counter for the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Lokesh. You are on mute.
Sorry about it. So thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav. While I showcase my diligently prepared report today, you can see there are red marks, there are green marks, and there are at the end is a total. So anybody who has a total of 10 and more filler words, those are being marked with a slightly reddish tone. As I said before, it is very important for us to understand the filler words, and celebrating Independence Day from today onwards, let us strive to be independent of these filler words in our speeches. I will give a benefit of doubt to the maximum time spoken by Shweta, spoken by Abhishek, and spoken by Anubhav as an evaluator. But if you see at the total on the end you'll see 39, 18, 13, 10. Those are accumulated filler words. And above 10 or 10, I have actually marked that should not be part of your team. And this is for you to, all of them are covered here, all the Toastmasters here. The most important, if you see, the word so has been used by all of us actually. And that is where we need to improve ourselves. Sometimes we do not even realize that we have spoken so just before the sentence. It is so subtle that only somebody who's carefully looking at it can see that, yes, there is a word like this. That's my report. Thank you so much. And back to Toastmaster Anubhav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lokesh. I think we can improve by watching your report, and you can definitely share this on our group so that we can have a take on it. So now I'll call upon Toastmaster Charu, the grammarian for our meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Charu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anubhav. The word of the day, kudos to the team. It was used 5 times throughout the meeting. TM Anubhava, TM Shweta, TM Vikas, TM Shivangi, and TM Lokesh all used the word of the day diligent. And moving on to the improper grammatical uses. So one of the member in the meeting used the sentence, "What is importance about it?" Which is not correct. It should be "what importance it has." And also another member used the sentence, "help us exploring new culture, new places," which is not correct. It should be "help us explore new places, new culture." And one of the members used the word retrospecting twice or thrice in her time on the stage, when she could use a mix of different words like re-examine, review, reconsider. And moving on to the good language usage. So many thoughts, quotes, and words or saying were used throughout the meeting. TM Abhishek used a beautiful saying, "The only way to pursue happiness is to let go." And TM Sahib Preet used outstanding words like misconstrued or illuminated. And he also used the verb skyrocket. And moving on to TM Shweta, she used a simile. She compared the transformation of gold to diamond with the transformation of caterpillar to the beautiful butterfly. That's all, team. Thank you so much. Yeah. Back to you, TM Anubhav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Charu, for your grammarian report. And I think you can, so I'll come upon it on my general evaluation report. So yeah, now it's time for me to go ahead with the general evaluation report. Before going ahead with it, I have a quote that the goal is not to be perfect by the end. The goal is to be better tomorrow. So we are all here to become the better versions of ourselves. So with this, I'll start with my general evaluation report. I have divided my general evaluation report into 3 structures. The first one is the general structure, the second is the evaluation, and the third one is the listening. In terms of the general structure, the meeting started by the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Lokesh. It was 5 minutes late, but it was all manageable because people were not there. So coming ahead with the second point, the transition. The transition was very smooth. I think Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta, managed it very well. She properly handed over the virtual stage, and everyone used the naming convention as Toastmaster while handing over to the other person was also very good. So kudos to you on this. Then for the purpose of introduction, all the guests were properly introduced and they were properly greeted, and they definitely attended the meeting with the whole of enthusiasm. So that's also a good point. The structure of Toastmaster was also followed, like starting with the Sergeant at Arms, the acting president, and the Toastmaster day, and so on. So it was also perfectly fine. Now the second part which I have categorized was the evaluation. So for the purpose of evaluation, I think Toastmaster Vishal and Toastmaster Sanjeev, they both used the commendation, recommendation, and commendation process. So kudos to you on that. And this was properly followed. They also highlighted the key points of the speaker, which should have been inculcated in their speech. So the timings of the speech, for example, Toastmaster Vishal properly mentioned the timing which should be have been followed about 5 to 7 minutes, and the stage exposure that you should have been using the stage properly, and the conclusion, and pointing out the example of Navy SEALs. So this was properly followed, great upon this. And moving ahead, Toastmaster Sanjeev also rephrased the personality types which Toastmaster Sahibpreet used in his speaking, like the introvert and extrovert, and how he got offended and used some of this phrase to compare an introvert with an extrovert. So this was also a very good point. Then going ahead with the speaking skills, the third part, the speaker, I think they performed very well and they gave a very good speech. They definitely met their objectives, met and exceeded their objectives. So this was a very good point on them. And that was all about my report. So I'll hand it over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shweta. Over to you.
Thank you, Anubhav. What an amazing, crisp and detailed report by you. And kudos to you for that. And now moving on, I suppose Guruvanshpreet will share the link for the voting. Kindly, everyone, I would request everyone to please vote on that link. We are having some issues with launching the polls right now, maybe some Zoom glitch. So kindly please vote on that Google Sheet that will be shared in the chat. Guruvansh, you are sharing, right?
Yeah, I'm just sharing.
Okay.
Just a second.
So until that time, when everybody is voting, I remember 3 hands were raised to actually share something about the theme of the day. I will start with Potential Toastmaster Shatabdi. What did you wanted to say?
Thank you, TM Shweta. And actually, everyone has put has given input regarding their views, and everybody is very much correct. And I just want to highlight one thing here, that whenever coal and diamond both are said, just the 2 images pop up in our mind, right? One is of black, dark, and not having proper shape and all. Another is diamond, which is very much beautiful. Everyone has desire for it. So I'd like to point out that each of us has this two thing within us. That is, one is coal part, another is diamond part. So we can be coal at some time and we can be diamond at some time. So whenever we are in that coal mode, when we are judged that we are not up to that mark, but we have that potential to convert in that diamond as well. So our life does not go smooth all the time. Sometimes we feel low, sometimes we are not able to showcase our potential outside. That time we are in that coal phase, but we will turn into that diamond phase when the situation will come, when the circumstances will come. We can't showcase ourselves. So we should keep up our level of positivity always. And thank you very much.
Great, Shatabdi. Great take on that again. And now moving on, we had Toastmaster Abhishek as well. Toastmaster Abhishek, you wanted to tell something about the theme?
Yes, so I have 2 points regarding the theme. One is that there is no fun in being a diamond unless and until you were a coal someday. So I believe it's not about being coal, neither it's about being diamond. It's about the transformation process. It's about letting that dust go off and standing up again. And the second point is that not every coal is able to transform into diamond, as Toastmaster Sanjeev said. So it's okay if you are not able to get transformed into a diamond, but it is important that whether you are trying or not. That was about it.
Perfect take on it. We are getting to know more and more details and more introspective thoughts about it, actually. And I'm sure along with me, you all are learning and somehow finding that energy inside you and the potential inside you to not only shine, but also enjoy the transformative process. Now, I would end it with Toastmaster Vishal. I remember he also raised hand. So kindly tell your take, Toastmaster Vishal.
When you say from coal to diamond, so at the very same point, all of us are cold at some point of view, But when we start working towards that diamond thing, the transformation phase that we are talking about, so people really work very rigorously, very hard to turn themselves into the diamond, but very few of us reach to that level. But I would say, whether we reach to that level or not, but we still have to try again and again to reach that level. And sometimes what happen, people sometimes give up just because of the reason is we are not able to reach that point of view or that point of the situation. But in life, always try and try and try. One day you will for sure reach to the diamond level. But that is totally fine, whether you are diamond or coal. But don't ever give up doing things. Just do your best, give your best. One day you will come up with flying colors, whether you will turn diamond or whether you are coal. Just be with yourself. That is what my take is all about. Thank you, and thank you. Over to you.
Just be yourself. Thank you for that take, Toastmaster Vishal. I'm sure along with me, everybody over here, present over here, have, like, I got to heard our beloved guest, our experienced Toastmasters, and everyone in the room. I'm very happy and I'm very glad that you all have such positive take to it. Nothing related to, taking over the stress. We are taking over the stress actually by doing right kind of self-talk, self-love, whatever you love to do, like, have some time for yourself in whatever form. It could be, I'm sure you guys exercise, not only for physical fitness, meditate for mental fitness as well. Along with, having those divine blessings and all, just meditate with that as well. And also, I would request everyone, kindly click on the link and please do vote. So that we get the results. There are still 11 votes left. The link is in the chat box. Maybe Gurvansh can share it again. And whoever is left, our guest as well, we will request you kindly to please vote. And he has shared the form again. And until that time, let's have that inner potential shining. Enjoy the transformative process. I will come back to you, Toastmaster Lokesh. Let me take the feedback from the guest. Let's have feedbacks from the guest, please, our beloved guest. And first, let me start with the Toastmaster Vikas. How did you find the meeting? Kindly tell us and give us your feedback, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bhavna. I think the meeting was very interesting, and I really liked the meeting and always love the meeting of Toastmaster of West Delhi. And the theme is very good, and everybody can relate it, and it's good for everybody improvement. And I really like all the sessions, prepared speeches, table topics, and as well as evaluation. So I think in the meeting, everything was there, fun, a lot of entertainment and learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vikas. It's always a pleasure to hear from people, from our beloved friends from other clubs as well, and just to see that where we can improve more. But thank you that you loved the meeting and we followed all the protocols. That's good to know. And now moving on to our other guest, potential Toastmaster Ashish Malik. Would you like to give feedback, please?
Yeah, hi. So actually, yeah. So I mean, since it was the first time for me and being in the Toastmasters Club, so it was very new experience considering that we're giving the evaluation is also being given, and we're focusing on the grammar as well and the R counter as well. So all of these things I think are very unique. I've never seen anything like this before. And definitely it was a great learning experience for me, and looking forward for further meetings and further interactions.
Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, potential Toastmaster Ashish. We look forward to having you more. And now we love to have feedback from potential Toastmaster Shatabdi.
Hi, team Shweta. Really, it is a very exciting experience for me, And I really congratulate you, I guess, that you have so successfully conducted the session. I'm becoming a fan of you, you lately, that you have managed so well. And everyone, every role player, everybody has put so effort, and everybody has performed their role so diligently, that this session was very much beautiful. And I thoroughly enjoyed it all. Thank you very much.
Thank you for such an amazing feedback, Shatabdi. And as a fan, you're always welcome to actually join for more meetings to see me more.
Definitely.
Okay, perfect. So now moving on, I hope you all have voted. In the meantime, moving on to our next guest, potential Toastmaster Benjamin. Can we have feedback, please?
I really enjoyed the session today, and I really like the topic that was set for today, and the different understanding of how coal transforms from the raw form to the final form, and it was quite interesting. And especially, I like the evaluations that were done, and the check of the grammar and the R counter and all. So it was quite well done, and I really enjoyed everything.
Perfect. Thank you, potential Toastmaster Benjamin, for such an amazing feedback. And to Shatabdi, I will say it takes a team to tango. So we actually dance together. The whole energy of this club combines together to actually, what should I say, reflect upon whoever joins this club. So that's about it. It's not only me, it's all of us that makes this beautiful meeting shine through. And now moving on to potential Toastmaster Bhavna. Can we have your feedback, please?
I'm a old fan of this philosophy of this Gevels and Toastmaster, and with the leadership and the acting president, you have brought a lot of energy, and you're such a charming personality, and that we feel motivated and moved by your energy that you bring in the club, and the way the meeting has been carried out. I really appreciate and enjoy it thoroughly, and looking forward for more such meetings.
Perfect. Thank you, potential Toastmaster Bhavna. I'm in gratitude for hearing such amazing things. And definitely you're more than welcome to join the club as well as you're more than welcome to in all the meetings in future. Now, moving on to potential Toastmaster Santosh. Can we have your feedback, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to tell one thing. I am become the fan of your. I am observing each and every word and each and every your gestures and everything. I'm really a fan of yours. Okay. Today I could see it was a thrilling moment for me. I observed each and every guest, and also Toastmasters, and I could see myself I could visualize myself become a great speaker, orator. So I could improve my communication skill, and I look forward to have much more meetings in the Toastmaster Club. Could you please suggest me how could I enroll into the club?
Toastmaster Santosh, we all are fan of Toastmaster Shweta.
Yeah.
And I am fan of everyone who's present in the room, actually. That's actually like my Toastmaster family. So you are more than welcome to be part of our family. A beautiful, encouraging and positive club here. And I've written my contact number. You can contact me for the same in the chat. Potential Toastmaster Santosh. And now moving on, potential Toastmaster Suleiman Alam. Can you please give us the feedback, please?
Yes, definitely. Actually, I have seen a lot of changes in this meeting from the previous meetings. The one innovation which I saw is that you added the joke master of the day in the meeting. Earlier we didn't have that. Yeah, but that is good. I actually like the concept. Apart from that, your energy is very, I mean, high. Your voice is loud. You keep on smiling throughout the meeting. I think other role players should also learn from you and keep the energy high. Apart from that, I like the speech. First speech was very, I mean, I got to learn a lot of things from him. Like the way he told the paradox, if you keep on chasing something, you will lose something. I was before the meeting, I was knowing this the topic related to the girls only. If you chase a girl, you will definitely lose a girl. But in this meeting, in this meeting, I got to know the various other dimensions as well. If you keep on chasing happiness, chasing freedom, then you definitely are going to lose the happiness and the freedom. So I got a lot of knowledge from that speech also. Apart from that, I like the role players. Everyone has done their part very beautifully. And I like the whole meeting, whole concept. Thank you very much.
Thank you for an amazing feedback, Potential Toastmaster Suleiman. We love to have you back in the club, and looking forward for that. You can contact me for the same. And then moving on, we have one guest left. I think rest have left. Potential Toastmaster Rajat Goyal. Can we have this?
Yes, hi, Sweta. So I really liked everything, and I feel positivity of the group is like very बहुत ही अच्छी थी, यानी कि जो positiveness जो इस मीटिंग में देखी, जो actually it's not like कि जज कर रहा है कोई और एक दूसरे को टीच कर रहे हैं, इट्स लाइक कि फन वे में इजीली मोटिवेशन एंड एवरीथिंग वाज वेरी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी वाइज, एंड हर कोई अपने अपने पॉइंट्स रख रहा है, अपने अपने गुड डिसीजन दे रहा है, वो दैट्स रियली अ गुड थिंग, यानी कि इट्स नॉट लाइक कि हम किसी सेंटर में हैं सो दैट हमें ये चीजें करनी है, वो जो फ्रीडम है ना वो मुझे दिखी यहाँ पे, जो आई वाज सर्चिंग फ्रॉम यानी सो मेनी टाइम्स कि कई ऐसी जगह मिले जहाँ पे थोड़ा फ्रीडम हो, फ्रीडम फील हो, यानी कि इंटरनली फील हो कि हाँ यार यहाँ पे बोला जा सकता है, यहाँ पे कोई जज नहीं कर रहा, उस तरीके से जज नहीं कर रहा जिस तरीके से लोग बाहर जज करते हैं। और एक स्पेशल चीज कि यहाँ पे इस मीटिंग से इस सेशन में ये पता चला कि प्रॉब्लम्स जो हमें लग रही होती हैं वो बाकी किसी और के लिए कुछ और प्रॉब्लम है, जो हमें लग रहा होता है वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी हमारे लिए। तो सबकी डिफरेंट प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जो निकल के आती हैं, और जो लगता है कि हाँ यार ये चीज ऐसा नहीं है कि मेरी प्रॉब्लम ही सबसे बड़ी है, सबके पास छोटी छोटी एक प्रॉब्लम है, और जो लगता है कि हाँ ये सब सॉल्यूशन है, वो एक वाइब इसमें मीटिंग से बहुत अच्छे तरीके से निकल के आए कि सबकी सब तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं और सब अलग अलग तरीके से टैकल कर रहे हैं। और वो जो पॉजिटिवनेस जो है ना मेन, कि हाँ हो कोई है जगह जहाँ पे तुम ओपन होके बोल सकते हो, अपने पॉइंट्स रख सकते हो। आई थिंक रियली गुड सेशन, एवरी टॉपिक वाज गुड, स्पीकर्स स्पीचेस ऑल मोटिवेशन सब, यानी कि I'm not able to express myself, but it was great, really good. I'm really happy to see everyone, every guest, every Toastmaster. It's a great thing.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Potential Toastmaster Rajat. We love the feedback you have given to us, and you're more than welcome in this free club of yours to join and become better in, as you said, you want to become a better speaker, and you will never know how it helps you to improve personally as well.
Yeah.
A lot of unknowing things gets added to your nature actually. And with this, I think all the guests are done, and I thank you all for coming. Obviously, there were so many beloved guests, which is a very good thing for our club. So obviously, I can't just close the meeting without asking for their feedback. That's a little bit ahead of time. And with this, I would like to close the meeting, but not without the feedback of Toastmaster Lokesh. He wanted to say something. So kindly say it, and then we will close the meeting officially.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta. So I was adding, while people are still voting, that coal can only be a diamond when it is actually made a diamond. Otherwise, it's always lying in the mountains as coal. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. We will remember that. And I hope you all have got that potential, that energy that you needed to go ahead positively and also shine through and enjoy the transformative process. If you haven't found your purpose, still remember the only purpose we can do right now is smile. That takes nothing from us actually. And if you smile to a stranger, maybe they are going through some hard time, but they will smile again so that they also have little bit of good energies from your side to them. So don't forget to smile, enjoy your life once given to you, and also give a lot of self-love to yourselves, along with meditating, exercising, or playing some music, dancing, anything that you want, okay? With this, I would hand over the stage to Toastmaster Sanjeev. Can you please do the honors of announcing the winners, please?
Thank you, Shweta, once again. So let's start with the auxiliary role player. So any guesses for that?
Lokesh, TM Lokesh.
Yes, no doubt that goes to Toastmaster Lokesh. I think he had a wonderful way of putting and summarizing all the counters and grading everyone. So that was really innovative.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And next, let's go for the evaluation. So who is the best evaluator?
You, sir.
You, sir.
No,
Yes.
I think that goes to our budding evaluator, Toastmaster Vishal. And Vishal, I'd like to see you in our contest, club contest, and next area contest very soon.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you so very much, all the Toastmasters and potential Toastmasters.
Congratulations, Vishal, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
And next is table topic speaker.
Good one.
Any guesses?
The pop Punjabi guy.
Yes. That again goes to Toastmaster Gurvansh. Again, a budding speaker, and I think he will do proud at various contests.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next goes to the speaker. Who was the better speaker today? Nobody guessing?
Maybe out of Abhishek and Toastmaster Shahidpreet.
Yeah, of course.
We are confused actually.
We are confused.
So that
Same here.
Today that goes to Toastmaster Abhishek. Congratulations, Abhishek.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
And now the best role player or the sterling role player as we call it.
I think there is no point in announcing. We all know that.
Yes.
It goes to, instead of Toastmaster Shweta, it goes to actor Shweta because he has a lot of fans over here.
Yes, yes. I think, Shweta, your energy while you're speaking or performing any role is undisputable. So I think that goes to you.
Thank you,
So you are the crown
Thank you.
princess for that.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Means a lot. And as the acting president for today, I would like to now adjourn the meeting. I am very happy that we actually reached from our ship in which we started from coal, and I'm sure we all are shining like diamonds. I had many co-pilots.
I just wanted to, again, it's related to Toastmasters. So for all the members, members of TMWD and EC members, I just want to remind, as my responsibility of part of division team,